What's up, YouTube? I'm here to do a quick little review on my collection of rainbow sandals. The first four sandals that you see on your screen are from the Premier Leather collection, and the colors are Espresso, Sierra Tan, Black, and regular dark brown. The sandal to my far right is from the Smooth Leather collection, and I believe the color is Tan Leather Brown. All of the sandals that you see on your screen are all from the single layer arch family. With this video, just kind of wanted to give you guys some pointers as far as breaking in goes, and my little ins and outs on how I feel about, the sandal in general. So let's just get right into it. I just purchased my first pair of rainbows about, I want to say maybe 2 months ago, and as you can see here, I obviously like them because I went from 1 pair to 5 pair quite quickly. These sandals are awesome. They're very durable. They have a good reputation, and I love them. I'm a pretty avid sandal user. I have been for years, and if I'm not required to have shoes on, or if I'm not at work, chances are I'm going to be in sandals. I mean, I live in AZ. It's hot. Even during the winter time, it's still perfect sandal weather in my opinion. I've owned everything from Olukai to Reef to Floho, Tiva, pretty much any sandal manufacturer, big sandal manufacturer that's out there. I pretty much own something from them, and they're something that I love to wear. So pretty much what you see on your screen is my testament to how much I love my rainbow sandals. I mean, they're awesome. As far as breaking in goes, it's kind of a tricky thing. I've seen videos ranging from getting them wet to wearing them in the shower. I've also read things to just breaking them in, people saying they've gotten blisters off of them and they just have to tough it out. Pretty much what I want to tell you is, in my opinion, the best way to break these in is simply to just wear them. That was my only gripe with these sandals when I bought them. I almost didn't buy my first pair because when I tried them on, they were so snug and they literally almost felt uncomfortable. But here's the thing, the reason why is because I was comparing the fit to a traditional sandal that you'd buy off the shelf, and let's just face it, most sandals that you buy off the shelf are not going to be tight, they're not going to be snug, they're going to feel pretty much comfortable right off the bat. These were not like that. They were snug. I almost got to the point where I got home and I was like, I shouldn't have bought some, I made a mistake. But I decided, you know what, people keep swearing they're going to break in, they're going to be nice. So I stuck with it. Fortunately for me, I didn't get any blisters off of it, but the first pair that I did buy are actually not on this screen. I made a mistake. I have 6 pairs. I actually have this guy right here in another pair. And I made the mistake of trying to wear them in the shower, trying to force everything into the thong area right here to stretch it out from a water bottle. There was a couple times where I put on 2 or 3 pairs of socks and wet my feet and went for a walk around the block. Yeah, I know, pretty funny, huh? Just to try to stretch this out and to try to give it some give. And I found out the hard way that yes, it did stretch them out, it did make them softer, but for some reason it lost a feel that these other guys right here have. I don't know if it had something to do with getting it wet or having to do so many crazy things just to try to stretch them out. But all these guys right here, I pretty much have worn, not wet them at all, and I've grown to just fall in love with them. They've been pretty much as comfortable as can be. So that would be my recommendation. Please don't wet them. I know it sounds like it's something you should do, and it may make it faster as far as the breaking in process goes, but just try to wear them. Wear them for a couple times. I've read everything from wear them a couple hours a day to this and that, and eventually they'll give. This one right here is the second one that I've owned the longest, and as you can see, I pretty much have mashed the the rubber, and it's pretty much gotten formed to my foot. I mean, there's a little indent there, and they're just, like I said, they're comfortable. The last thing I want to point out with this video review is I noticed some inconsistencies with Rainbow that I want to point out, and hopefully you can capitalize on. And what I mean by that is, even though these are single layer, they're not the same. And what I mean by that is, obviously, yes, you know, I'm choosing the wrong sandal as a comparison because this is a smooth leather versus a premier leather. So let me get this guy right here, who is also a premier leather. I noticed that these sandals don't feel the same. They're both single arch, but for some reason this guy right here is a lot softer and there's more cushion to it, it feels like. Now, how can that be? Well, one thing I noticed is that when I went out and bought my Rainbows, this was the second pair that I bought. They were comfy. Okay, that's the way it's going to be. My third pair that I bought were these ones right here, these black ones. These are also premier leather. They are also single layer arch. I was trying to figure out why these ones were a lot softer than this. Put them side by side. I was like, no, you know, they're, as far as thickness goes, they're the same. They're both single layer arch. Why is it that this one is a lot softer than this one? I mean, the softness is noticeable. It's almost like this guy right here and this guy right here are double layer. I mean, that's, as far as the softness goes, that's how much of a difference there is. One thing I noticed was that the bottoms were different. And this is what I mean. I don't know if I'll be able to get it on camera, but this bottom right here, it kind of has like a sheen to it, like a shiny plastic. And even when you tap on it, you can hear it. See that? It's like a shiny, sheeny plastic, and it's very, very tough to push in. This guy right here, I'm going to remind you, from the same family. See that? I don't know if it's coming out good on camera or not, but there's not a sheen on it, and it's not as pingy as far as the sound goes. See that? You hear that? Now, the thing is this is really, really soft to push in. This almost looks like, as far as the texture and the look goes, it's almost like an eraser. Pretty much the same texture, the same look. This has a very cheap, shiny plastic, just hard thing to it. It's kind of weird. So I don't know what's going on, but I do know that this and this guy right here both have the same bottoms, and I'm sorry, this one as well, and they are a lot softer than this guy and this guy right here, who both have the shiny plastic bottom. Now, I don't want to go and say that it's like a plastic, but you get what I'm trying to say. It's supposed to be rubber, but it's almost like there's a thin coating on it or something. I mean, you can hear it. Versus this one right here. So I just wanted to point that out. So maybe if you're in the the area or the market to go out and try to buy a pair of Rainbows, maybe it's something to check out, because it could be the difference between being comfortable and then super comfortable. They are out there, because I purchased this guy locally in Arizona at a Tilly's, I believe, and when I was out in California, that's when I got this guy right here. Oh, I'm sorry, excuse me. I got this guy in Arizona at a local Tilly's, and then this guy right here I got in California, and they're pretty much the same bottoms. They're nice and soft, and it's kind of weird that they're inconsistent like that, but they are out there. So, I just kind of want to point that out. It's not that it's a big deal. Please don't get me wrong. Even though this one has a harder bottom, it's still a very comfortable sandal. But like I said, the difference between the harder bottom versus the softer bottom is that it almost does feel like a double layer sandal without having the look of a double layer, if that makes sense. So, just kind of like I said, they're all great sandals. You can't go wrong with them. Please give them a try, and please, when you do buy some, please do not wet them. Just wear them, and they will eventually give, and you're going to fall in love with them. They will last you for years, and just, you know, from wearing them, I can pretty much tell you that I think that mine will also last years. Comfort level, awesome. Like I said, they are just built well. All these sandals that you wore here, I actually was on vacation about 2 weeks ago, about 3 weeks ago, and I wore these sandals to Disneyland, Universal Studios, SeaWorld, San Diego Zoo, and I actually wore these ones right here without even breaking them in. Got no blisters, nothing like that, and they all felt fine. Feet didn't hurt, they were perfect. Maybe it's just me because I'm used to the break-in process, but they were pretty good sandals for me. So give them a try, and you won't go wrong. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave a comment, and I will try to get back to you as soon as possible. Hope you like this little review, and I will see you soon. Thanks.